Hello everyone. Before I go ahead, let me just give you some important details here. This is the website name sap-technical.weebly.com. This website helps you to get the details on the videos which I have uploaded on the YouTube, and the best part is that you can directly click on the play button and you can watch the videos here itself. There are two different links, videos and more videos. I didn't get time to write any blog. In fact, I'm keeping extremely busy these days, and then it's very difficult for me to find out some time to do the recording for the tutorials. But still today I try to find out some time because it's a weekend. Okay, so here in this website, videos and more videos, you will get the details of all the videos which I have uploaded till now. So, and the best part is again you can get it in the sequence. So it takes some time for loading, so just be patient. It will give all the details like here. So 9, 10 and like that you'll find everything. So it's in sequence here. That is one thing. Second, if you just navigate around this website, okay, so the other important thing here is the link for my Facebook page. Please go ahead and like the page so that you can get the updates. Whatever video I upload in YouTube, it also posts an update in the Twitter, so you can go there and get the updates. So please follow me on Twitter. You can connect to me on LinkedIn itself. I mean, obviously it's my email and Google Plus page. And if I click on the contact, so here are the email IDs, and then here we have a contact form. So you can just send an email or contact me via this form. People are doing that, and then if it makes sense I try to respond, otherwise I don't. So this is one website which you can visit frequently to get the updates on SAP-ABAP. On the main page, this is my first video, the link to the first video, and this is going to be my latest video always. Okay, so this is one part. And of course that is the agenda: learn SAP-ABAP for free by watching my videos on YouTube. No need to pay any money. But then the key thing is, please watch it on YouTube, don't download it, because I hold the copyright on it, and then if you download it, violates the copyright and creates legal implications. Okay, now the other website. So sorry I'm taking some 2 minutes of your time before I go ahead with Smartforms, but then this is also an important info you should be aware of, because you might be watching this video randomly rather than browsing it through my channel and watching it in the sequence. So this is another website, more or less the same details here, but then you can download the SAP GUI from this website, and then couple of other topics where I have given more details. Okay, so that's about it. And today I'm going to talk about Smartforms in SAP. So if you are watching this video randomly, I highly recommend that you go through my YouTube channel and please watch these videos on SAP scripts. So part 1 to part 7, some of the videos are not of very great quality, but still I recommend you, because I was not keeping well those days, so my voice is little low in those videos, but still I have tried to give as many info as possible. So I highly recommend you to go through these videos first, because in the Smartforms we are going to correlate the concepts. So some of the things which we have discussed in the SAP script are going to be utilized in the Smartform in a different way, and then we will try to see the difference between the script and Smartform. So again, I highly recommend in fact that please go through these videos part 1 to part 7 first, and then only you jump onto Smartform. Or if you already know about SAP script, then it's fine, you can directly come to Smartform. But then if you are watching me in the sequence, then yes. Okay, now coming to SAP, and the transaction for Smartforms is Smartforms. So you can see here form, style, text module. If you select style, so what you can do, you can create a paragraph format or a character format, a barcode format, those things can be done in style, which we did in SE73. Oh my god, 1 second. One second. Yes, which we did in SE72 in case of SAP script. But in case of Smartform, what we do? We go to Smartforms, we select the style and we create a style, and then we can add that style in the form. I'll show how to do that. Or the other transaction is Smart Styles. Smart Styles. This is also the same thing. Either you go to Smartforms and select the second radio button, or you come here and create a style. So we will be creating a style, but then you can create a paragraph format or a character format or a barcode, something like that, through this transaction. So this is the transaction for Smartform, creating a Smartforms. While for SAP script the transaction was SE71. So this is a standard SAP script. If I click on the change button, let's try to choose a SAP script here. Standard SAP script. So let me just try to, so I got all the modules here. Let me go to sales and distribution, billing, invoice tax, invoice Thailand. Let's say this one, and I hit on the change button. So every time you see that I'm not able to change any SAP script here. Why? Because the original source client for SAP script is given as 000. That is the reason what we did when we were working on SAP script and we were trying to modify it. So we did a copy from client and the client was 000. So that is the concept of SAP script. But when we come to Smartform, we can create a custom Smartform. We can select a standard Smartform and we can make a copy. In case of SAP script, we have to do it like this: utilities copy from client. But in case of Smartform, you can select a Smartform directly and hit on this copy button. So let me just try to select a Smartform here. Order confirmation. Let's see this one. So if I take this Smartform, I can click on the copy and I can give a Z form name here. It will be copied. I can again give the Z form. I can modify it. While in SAP script I was doing a utilities and copy from client. That is one thing. Second, if I hit on the change button, looks like some problem in this form. Let me just get another one. So I selected another standard Smartform. I clicked on change button and I'm able to change it. So this is something I wanted to tell you here. You can modify a standard smart form directly. That is the facility provided by SAP, but we are not going to do that. We don't want to disturb anything standard, so we will keep it intact. Now if you want to see the print preview, you can hit on the test button, that is F8, and it's very similar to testing a function module, and we will correlate the concept of function module with the smart form again. So we will be progressing slowly because I am really short of time, so I'll try to find out time from my busy schedule, but then I'll make sure that smart form is over so that your UIs are compatible with RISEF completely, and you can put it in your CV and start giving interviews wherever possible. Okay, so what I did, I clicked on F8, and then I came to this screen. It says form generated, and I can see a function module here, and then I do an F8, and I can see the same things: input, output, tables, import, export parameter, same, very similar to function module. So one thing is clear, that smart form is somewhere correlated with the function module concept. Okay, so how it is correlated, now we are going to see. Now before that, what is the difference, main difference between SAP script and smart form? Apart from that, smart form is really convenient. So the main difference is, in SAP script, as I have explained earlier, let's say I'm in client 800, and this is my development client. Then there is another client called 810, that is my testing client. So development and testing client are interlinked. Only difference is, in the testing client you will have data, but in development client you won't have data. In the development client you will have the development access, in testing client you won't have the development access. So whatever you do in 800, you have to test it in 810. So I hope you are getting the concept. I have explained it many times in my initial videos. So that is the concept. We have a development and then we have a testing client. Now in case of SAP script, if you make any change in the development client, it won't replicate in the testing client automatically. So what you need to do, you need to capture the transport of development client, that is 100, and then go to 810, sorry, development client, that is 800, and go to 810 and then execute the transaction SCC1. So basically it's a copy client transaction. Give the transport request here, source client would be 800, transport here, include request subtask, and start immediately. That way the changes from SAP script will be copied from the development to the testing client, and that is why we call SAP script as client dependent. So it depends on the client. So you made some change in 800, it will be in 800 till the time you don't do a copy client to 810. But in case of smart form, it doesn't matter. So whatever change you make in smart form in 800, it will be available on 810. So why it's available? So okay, so that way we call smart form as client independent. So the main difference between SAP script and smart form is, SAP script will be client dependent. You need to do a SCC1 every time to replicate the changes on testing client. Smart form is client independent. Whatever you do on development will be replicated on the testing automatically. Now the other difference, SAP script will need at least one main window. Smart form can be created without a main window. Okay, so these are two major differences which you should remember. Rest everything you will feel when I'm going to create a smart form, and you'll see the easiness which we get while working on the smart form. So most of the time it's GUI kind of thing, it's all navigational. You create stuff and then you do a right click and you create the stuff there, and then in the backend it will be embedded in the code. So we are going to see that as well. Okay, and SAP script I have already explained how you can migrate. Utilities migration, import SAP script form. So you can migrate SAP script into smart form by clicking on this option. Okay, now let's go inside this smart form display. So when you come inside, you will see a form painter. So form painter is basically whatever page you have, it will be the replica of that, and whatever you are creating you can see here, and then you can do an adjustment. Let's say you want to move this window. It's not happening now. This is a logo. Okay, let's say you want to delete this because it's a standard one, so I think we won't be able to do. Anyway, so these are different windows here. This is the main window. If I delete this, then also the smart form will work. Then the address window, info. Okay, so this is the graphical layout, form painter. If you click on this, it will go off. Again click on this, it will come back. That is one thing. Second, if you click on environment and function module name, so you have to understand the concept here is that whenever you create a smart form, in the backend it will generate a function module. Now the function module will be, the name will be system generated. So I click on this, hit OK, and I can go to SE37. I can give this function module name here. I can click on display. So I'll be able to see a code here. This code is actually generated through the form, that is my smart form. So this is the code generated by the smart form. It's automatically generated code. So different nodes will be there that we are going to see. Okay. Now the second thing, you can see that here it's using some kind of numbers. Now this number depends on a number range. Okay. So so this number depends on a number range. So for smart form, BC470 underscore float underscore unfinished, the function module name is /1 BCDWB /SF0000006. Okay, O means 0 here. So we have a function module here. Now this is the case of 800 client. Let's talk about the quality system. The number range might be different there, and 6 is already consumed when you are creating your smart form or migrating your smart form from dev to quality. Let's say already 10 smart forms were moved to quality and the number 6 is already consumed. Then what happens in quality, based on the available number range, SAP will generate a new function module there. The content of the function module remains same because it comes from the smart form directly, but the name of the function module will vary in different systems. So what you need to do, when you are writing a code, you need to identify the function module name of the smart form. So there is a function module provided by SAP. So there is a function module provided by SAP, SSF underscore function underscore module underscore name, do an F8, give the form name here, execute. So you will get the function module name. So I hope you are getting what I am trying to say here. Whenever I am writing a print program for the smart form, first I am going to call this function module, so that I'll give the form name and I'll get the function module name. So by doing this, my headache is no more, because it doesn't matter which system or which client it is. My function module, SSF function module name, will take the form name and it will return the function module name. And then once I have this function module, I can call this function module in my program, which in turn will call the smart form. So that is the concept. We are going to do that, and we are going to follow this concept. That is the standard way of doing it. So another interview question. First was the major difference between script and form, client dependent, client independent. Next is, why do we call the function module SSF underscore function underscore module underscore name, so that we retrieve the actual function module name of the smart form, because the function module name varies from client to client or system to system. So that is another interview question, important one. Okay, so let's close this one. So here we can assign a smart form, and then we need to remove this. We need to choose the type here. I have already explained these things. That's why I recommended in the initial stage of this video that please go through those videos, SAP script videos first, because configuration part remains same, NACE next transaction remains same, but the form might vary. So I think for this video I'll stop here itself, because I have already explained couple of concepts, and in the next video I'll create another video immediately, because I'm just keeping it restricted to 20 minutes so that it can get buffered easily on your YouTube, and then I'm creating another video immediately so that at least we can start with something. So let me just stop here and create a new video. Thank you guys, and if you like this video, hit on the like button. Thank you.